What's happening out there? Mike Zito hanging out with Sophie on the camera, and we're in the man cave here. And today I want to show you the Vintage Sound Vintage 22 amplifier. This has been my main kind of go-to amp here this year. Look at how beautiful that is. Vintage Sound, beautiful and blonde with the oxblood grill cloth and barrel knobs. So what we're looking at is basically a Vintage Sound version of a deluxe reverb, of a 60s era deluxe reverb. But what you are getting is, sorry about that, you're getting everything point to point wiring, hand wired. This thing is made down to the T exactly the way the original Fender's made. Now it has some great mods in it. The first channel here is a high gain channel. So it's not high gain like, you know, a Marshall 5150 or a Soldano or something like that, but for a Fender. So you still get the reverb, you still get the trim, but it has a lot more compression. First, let me just tell you, I'm playing a brand new Delaney Gigata with Amalfitano SVL Strat style pickups with a blender. Very, very, very cool guitar. So I'm in the bridge position, and this is on the high gain channel here. So come on in here, little Soph. So right now I've got let's put it around 4 or 5. I have no pedals on it yet or anything, just the guitar. Pretty crunchy. These are not super hot output pickups. So that's pretty awesome. Very crunchy, very cool. And the EQ is severely usable. If I roll the bass down and put a little more treble and turn the volume up. It's badass. Reverb is phenomenal. It's all spring tube reverb with a dwell control on the back here. You don't have to show it. Oh, okay. There's a dwell control back there, and then which is, you know, how big the reverb is, and then the amount of reverb here on the front. Then this the original deluxes, you know, it's just the same channel. This way you actually get two different sounds, and if you wanted to, you could wire them together and mix them. Or you can run an AB, and you could switch between two different channels on the amp. It's excellent. Really cool. This is the more traditional Fender style. I'm going to put the EQ a little more traditional as well. And now listen to this here. Much more of that spanky clean. I should tell you this. There's some mods on here. This mid-range is very usable. Where usually it doesn't do hardly anything. It actually really adds in quite a bit of mid-range and drive when you crank it up. So the EQ really does its job. And right now, there's a mod for the tremolo. So if I turn the tremolo on, it's going to put the tremolo in the circuit. Listen to the difference in the volume. That's actually what the real deluxe sounds like. This mod is that you can take the tremolo out of the circuit altogether. So this is without it. This is with the tremolo on. This is the regular. And then when I turn it out, listen to this. More mid-range, more gain, more volume, you know, whole thing. So it's really Very cool. The tremolo is phenomenal. Because it's real tube tremolo. Let's put this amp up here a little bit. What's that? And it feels good when you play. So amazing tremolo. When we take it out of the circuit and we go straight in and we get this up around 5, it's a really loud 22 watt amplifier, okay? I used this amp at the Clearwater Seafood Blues Festival this summer in front of 5,000 people, and I did not use their twins or their other backline. I used just this, and it rocked. So if I put an overdrive in, I'm going to turn on my Cast Engineering Peace Drive, and if I throw that on, the amp really takes pedals. Now you'll notice there's no bright switch on this amp. The bright switch has been taken out because it just gets a lot of unwanted highs, so you get a much thicker, warmer, sweeter tone. If you really want to get into that bright range, you can turn this treble up somewhere between 7 and 8. It seems to have a bright switch effect to it now. It's a great amp. It feels like no other, I'll tell you. It's really done the trick all year long. It has a warehouse speaker in it, the G12. Let me make sure, the G12C. Amp does not weigh a ton. It's light, it's really loud, and it's very versatile between the two channels. Really, I can't think of an amp that you're going to get that much tone, volume, and use out of for the price. So please check out Vintage Sound Amplifiers today. Go to their website, look them up online. This is the Vintage 22. They make a lot of different styles of these amplifiers, 15 watts, 35 watts, 22 watts. So check them out. Vintage Sound Amplifiers. Good job, Sophie.